Good morning, grade 11s. Happy Monday. I hope you guys had an awesome weekend. I don't know if you can tell, but I clearly was outside too long and am massively sunburned, but I had a great time. Okay, so back to it. Over the weekend, I'd asked you to catch up on your assignments and have them handed in. That's anything that was assigned to you week 1 by 11:59 p.m. last night. So first thing I'm going to be doing today is getting in touch with those people who are missing any of those assignments that could impact their overall grade to make sure they get handed in as soon as possible. One of the tasks I had asked you guys to do was to create your point evidence analysis paragraph based on research you did to argue that someone in the Indigenous community is disproving a common stereotype that we hear about First Nations, Métis, or Inuit people. What we're going to be up to today is developing 2 tasks with that assignment that are going to be used throughout the rest of the course. And those include peer editing, so taking a look at your classmates' work and giving them suggestions on how they can improve their writing and, as a result, their overall mark, as well as note-taking. And this is something that you're going to need to do for this course, but it's also something you're going to need to do for your grade 11 and grade 12 courses as well. So it's a skill we want to make sure that we understand well. So for today, what I'm asking you to do is post your rough draft of your point evidence analysis paragraph to the discussion board below and to provide meaningful peer editing feedback to at least 2 of your classmates. That's going to involve filling out a checklist that is linked below. But in addition to that, what else can you comment on that is going to help this person to think more deeply about their writing and to be able to proofread it both on a smaller nitpicky level like spelling and grammar and stuff like that, as well as on a more thought-provoking level. So for instance, do you feel that their evidence is relevant to their argument? Do you feel that they have sufficiently explained in their analysis how they feel that evidence proves their point, etc.? So please show me that you have watched the source material on effective peer editing by applying that to feedback to at least 2 of your classmates. And when I say at least, what I mean by that is if when you go to do your peer editing, you notice there are a couple people that have received no feedback, I really encourage you to go above and beyond to help them as well. And I say that because we all deserve the opportunity to improve our skills and to improve our mark as a result. So if you do see someone is waiting for feedback, I really encourage you to help them out, even if you've already given feedback to 2 of your classmates. As I mentioned, the other skill we're going to be practicing today is note-taking. So what I've said below is that note-taking is probably something you're doing in a lot of classes anyway. When an instructor or teacher says, hey, can you please write this down in your notes? What we want to do is take this skill to the next level so that you know what it is you need to write down and how to write it down, even when no one is telling you when to do it, or even if no one is telling you what to write. So we want to make sure that this is an inherent skill, definitely for grade 12, but absolutely if you're planning on going to college or university, this is something that you're going to need to be able to do without instruction. So you've got a couple different strategies that you could be using based on the lesson material provided. I think there are about 6 different strategies that you're introduced to there. I'm going to ask you to apply those strategies by taking a look at a quick video that explains the difference between what we call a cultural appropriation and cultural appreciation. As I've explained in the lesson, cultural appropriation is something that definitely affects the FNMI community of Canada, but also affects any other religious, cultural, or ethnic group. And we want to take a look at the difference between how people can appreciate someone's culture versus how they can what we call appropriate it. So you're going to watch that video, you're going to take notes, and then you're going to take a picture of your notes and post to the discussion board to show me that you understand at least one of those 6 effective note-taking strategies. The last task that you have for today is to take a look at any of the peer editing feedback you received on your research PEA paragraph. Make revisions based on your own reading as well as the suggestions of your peers. And then please submit a final draft to the Dropbox provided. That will include your MLA formatted final draft of your piece and the accompanying works cited page. If you have any questions about how to do any of that, you know you can always instant message or send me an email. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate your hard work. Keep it up, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.